Morning everyone. I have officially started the Camino de Santiago and it is quite a wet morning here in Porto. So yeah, it's quite an underwhelming start, I would say, because I wasn't actually starting from Porto Cathedral because my Airbnb was like already on the trail, so I was like, I'm not going up to the cathedral to then come back down. If anyone's been to Porto, you'll know there's a lot of hills, and I just didn't want to start the day like that. So officially I'm on the trail. I'm yet to see one of the famous way markers, so we'll see when that arises. I feel good. I slept really well. I do feel like I've got a bit of a head cold which isn't great, but I'm very excited now. Now that I've started, I'm very excited. I was very nervous last night, but yeah, now I've started, it's all good. I was meant to be filming on my GoPro, but I've just turned it on and it says it's got no battery, even though I charged it all night, so that's weird. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. It definitely hasn't been the most peaceful start to the Camino so far. Just had to walk past a massive construction site. I'm obviously by the kind of rush hour traffic, so hopefully the morning's going to be a bit more peaceful, but I actually don't mind. Like, we're leaving a big city, so I do understand why that is. I think I forgot to mention that I'm walking from Porto to Vila Chã today, which should be about 22 kilometres. I think I'm about 6 kilometres in now, I think. And I'm on the lookout for a supermarket because I haven't had any breakfast. Well, I have. I've had a pastel de nata, but I needed something a little bit more substantial, so that's what I'm on the lookout for now. We have made it to Lidl. So I managed to find a Lidl and got myself a little piece of pizza, an apple, some Haribos and some fruit and nut mix. So that should hopefully keep me going for the foreseeable. Now, just over here is a tourist office. So I'm hoping that I can get myself my first stamp. That's the plan. So let's see if we can do it. This is my first Camino waymarker. I finally come across it, which is great. And this is the tourist information centre here, and you can get your stamp. So that's what I'm going to do. So I just went in the tourism office and I got this stamp. Kind of annoyed because she did it twice over the top. But anyway, there we go. Got the stamp. Let's go. So I've just gone through quite a busy town, really, quite developed, and I feel like I am, well, it feels more like I'm officially on the Camino trail now. There's a lot more pilgrims around too. Yeah, the weather's not great. It has just started raining as well, but we keep walking. This is the bit I've been looking forward to, the boardwalk. I mean, I was hoping it would be a bit sunnier, to be honest, but do you know what? It would probably be too hot hiking with this backpack on as well. So here we are on the Portuguese Coastal Route, and there's the coast. Thank God for these Tivas is all I'm saying, because my feet are already killing just from not having my trainers properly broken in, sadly. But these have been an absolute godsend today. Okay, that's enough toe content. But yeah, absolute godsend. highly recommend packing 2 pairs of shoes because I already feel intense relief as a result. I'm now in this little village and I've seen on Google Maps that there is a cafe coming up, so I'm hoping that we can, first of all I'm hoping it's open, and second of all I am hoping, thank God it's not this one because this one is closed, and I'm hoping it has a bathroom, so let's see. So I managed to find somewhere to have some lunch, which was good. Yeah, in just like a local little cafe. Just literally rice, fish, salad. And now the sun is shining. Some pretty epic waves down here. Like intense waves. Yeah, feeling good. I'm glad that I took like a rest stop. And I'm about maybe 45 minutes away from where I'm staying tonight, so managed to cover quite a lot of ground today. So yeah, we'll just see how the rest of the walk goes. I'm currently in Vila Chã, which is where I'm staying tonight, and my hotel should be somewhere around here. It says a 2-minute walk, so we will see where it is. So I've found my Airbnb. Let's just say, what a view. Oh my god! This is insane. Okay, let's do the grand tour. This is downstairs. I literally haven't been upstairs yet, so let's see. Okay, this is hard after like 40,000 steps. Oh, it's so nice. It's got a bathroom. What a vibe. This is so good. And look at this view. Mad. What an epic view, honestly. What an end to what has been a great first day on the Camino. So tune in tomorrow for day 2. Good morning everyone, it's day 2 on the Camino. It is like 7 AM, and again I've got a fair bit of walking to do today, probably about 20 kilometers. So today I'm just kind of following the coastal route up to Vila Chã, and then I am crossing over onto the central route. I'm not entirely sure how easy that's going to be. I did quite a lot of research last night to try and figure out how to cross over onto the central route. So today could be a bit of a challenge. The other challenge is that I have no food right now, so I need to find some breakfast and probably backups for lunch and dinner after last night's situation. So that's also top of my list of things to do this morning. But yeah, we'll see how today goes. The weather is not too bad really. I think it might rain today, but I'm not entirely sure. But we will see. I also have a huge blister on my little toe, which I did actually pop last night, and it has regrown overnight. So I tried to pop it again this morning, but it's very sore. So I don't know how that's going to go today, to be honest. So I've already swapped my shoes. I was just like, why am I suffering through this when I literally have a spare pair of shoes? So today we're letting the toes be free. It's just not worth it. Not worth it at all. Every so often you come across something on these boardwalks that looks a little bit like this. And you're kind of like, how am I meant to navigate this? I don't know if the camera's picking it up that well, but it's essentially like a massive slope. It's quite tricky, you know. Hurts the ankles. So I've been walking for about an hour and a half now, and I'm just getting into Vila Chã, which seems like a lot more developed from where I've come from. And I've spotted on the maps there's a little which is going to pick up. I'm desperate for... Oh, look how nice this is. Sorry. I'm desperate for some breakfast, so I need to try and source that ASAP. Right, I think now we are coming into Vila Chã. It's over there, over that bridge. So let's see what we can find there. So I've just walked up this quite big hill. Now I've come up here to what I assume is some sort of aqueduct or something similar. It's a really beautiful part of the trail. So I'm now crossing over from Vila Chã to Arcos, which I think is going to be a quieter part because it's essentially a crossover that I don't think that many people take because it's not that well waymarked. I've actually had to look on the Wise Pilgrim app to find out how to get here. So we will see what this part of the journey entails. It's getting quite hot, so I'm going to have to take some layers off at some point. I did say that I would film the good and the bad, and my feet are really sore. So I've actually swapped back to my trainers because I'm now getting some sort of weird muscle ache on my other foot, and the other one has a blister on it. So I'm just kind of swapping and changing to try and help out either foot. But it's definitely a struggle. It's painful. But you just gotta keep pushing through it. I mean, some people do stuff like this like completely barefoot, so that's impressive in itself. So I just had quite an annoying experience where I basically had to go through like a mud swamp. Yeah, it was just complete mud, and yeah, it took me about 15 minutes to just navigate it. It was really annoying, and it really put my trainers to the test as to if they were waterproof or not, and thankfully they are waterproof. They're covered in mud, and so are all my trousers, but we made out in one piece, although I did get scratched by like a rose bush or something, I don't know. So yeah, that was eventful. It's also now getting really quite hot. I think I'm about an hour away from my Airbnb, but I'm not getting my hopes up, to be honest with you. I'm in quite a bit of pain. I just want a shower, but we just got to keep going. This is my current view. Could be worse, although do you know what? I'm a bit sick of these cobbled stones in terms of stability. It's a nightmare. I'm not even joking, I've barely come across a hill today, and I'm 5 minutes away from my accommodation, and now the hill starts. Honestly, when they say the Camino tests you, it really does mentally. So we are here in Arcos. I started here, it looks so tiny compared to the distance I've done. I think tomorrow we're heading to here, or maybe somewhere in between, I don't know. But yeah, we're on the central Portuguese route now, which is great. There's a beautiful church just up here. So nice. I think my accommodation is somewhere here, near this church, I think. This is my accommodation. This was so worth the walk. I'm like in shock. This place is beautiful.
and like I'll show you the outside later, but oh, this is great. Oh my god, guys, there's a bath. There's an actual bath. I'm getting in there right now. Now this was 100% worth the wait. I mean, I'm not going in the pool, so just ignore that, but what a location. The sun is out. I'm gonna make some lunch and literally nap and read for the rest of the day. So today is not looking like it's gonna be a great day. My foot overnight has gone very, very bruised here. Can't really show you because of the shadows, but yeah, something's wrong with my foot. And it's really painful to walk. So I don't really know what today's plan is going to be like, but I don't think I'm going to be walking, which is really annoying. So I need to just come up with a plan of what to do next. Good morning, everyone, from a very wet Arcos. I'm in a bit of a strange mood this morning because I actually don't know what to do. My foot is really, really sore, but I've iced it this morning, and I have some ibuprofen in me now as well. I do feel like it's a bit better, and it's tight in my sock and tight in my shoe, which I think will help the swelling. I have just got a local taxi number in case I'm just ready to like cut out. But I think I'm going to try and walk to the nearest kind of bigger village to see where I'm at. It's like 3 kilometers away, so it's like not that far at all. Just to see where I'm at, maybe find a pharmacy, and then assess the situation. So let's just see how this day pans out. Hi everyone, I'm currently sat at a bus stop just taking a break. My foot is quite sore, but not as bad as I was expecting. So I'm just going to continue on and just really check in and see how I feel along the way. It hurts a bit when I'm going uphill. But I'm going to see how far I can go. There's quite a few kind of bus routes around, and I've got that taxi company contact number. So I feel like I have options. So we're just going to go with the flow, take it really slow, and see how we get on. The weather's clearing up now, which is a positive today. So we are quite far down, like here. And we're going to Barcelos, hopefully, if we make it. I've just come across this little shrine, I suppose. It says, "Hi, my name is Miguel. I'm also a pilgrim like you. I created this little corner to brighten your journey. I would be happy if you took a small souvenir made by me. If you can, leave a small donation." There's some little souvenirs down there. But this is just full of little souvenirs from people, I suppose. We've got an aloe vera plant growing out of a shoe. So I am just heading to the next local village, and I think I'm going to try and get a bus or a taxi to Barcelos because I just don't think it's worth carrying on when my foot's in this much pain. It's obviously a shame, so I just want to show you like where I am. It's so beautiful around here. It's obviously a shame, but I need to think realistically, like if I actually want to complete this, just got to rest and see what happens really. So yeah, I'll keep you updated as to what I end up doing. A nice twin bedroom tonight. Just arrived in Barcelos. I'll show you. Yeah, I got a taxi in the end. I did about 6k, but I was like, I just need to rest. So I'm just going to spend the day here.
exploring this kind of town and see where we go from there, really. Hi guys, it's day 4 of the Camino, and as you can see, I am not on the Camino. My foot is really bad, and I've just decided to take today as like a rest day, which is very, very frustrating. Like, I'm really quite annoyed about it. But I think if I want to try and continue the rest of the route, I'm going to have to take today like off from walking. Like, today was going to be a very long day as well of walking. I was like, I can't do it without risking the rest of the trip, basically. So today is just going to be a day of navigating local Portuguese buses, which should be interesting on the weekend as well, so I don't think they run as frequently. And I suppose just enjoying that and reading my book and having a bit of a downtime day. Yeah, I am gutted, to be honest, but I just need to listen to my body and just really hope and pray that my foot gets better in the next 24 hours, because I would really like to be able to walk tomorrow. So yeah, I'll take you along on this Camino on the buses of Portugal instead of on the trails. I'll let you know how it goes. So I've got the train to a place called Vila Chã, and then I'm hoping to get a bus to Ponte de Lima. But I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. I found a bus that goes to Ponte de Lima. No idea how long it's going to take. Well, we made it. So I have successfully made it to Ponte de Lima. Not by walking, but that's okay. It's a beautiful day here in Portugal. So I'm going to try and find my accommodation and see if I can just drop my bag. Wow, I have had such an eventful day. Obviously woke up in a lot of pain this morning, and then I ended up getting the train and the bus to Ponte de Lima, which Ponte de Lima is beautiful, like absolutely beautiful, like probably one of my favourite places that we've gone to so far on this trip. So the pain was getting like progressively worse, and I was getting quite worried that there might have been a break, so I actually took myself to a local A&E hospital just to get it checked over, more for peace of mind over anything else. And they gave me a kind of painkiller anti-inflammatory injection, which I honestly think is already working, and it's kind of been in me for like about an hour and a half now. And they said that it is not a break, thank God, but it is plantar fasciitis, I think that's how you say it, which usually comes from wearing shoes that are too flat, which is exactly what has happened. So yeah, so I'm glad I know what it is, and she said it'll heal within a couple of days, if not sooner. So yeah, I feel so much better now that I know what it is. Yeah, I feel like loads better about that now. So yeah, just gonna rest tonight and see what tomorrow brings.